Welcome to a new lesson of Adobe Lightroom. So this is like the last lesson of Adobe Lightroom where you will learn about how you will be able to save and export in Adobe Lightroom. So what is save and export? To save is to commit changes to a permanent state in a format that the application can natively utilize. Keep the file format. And to export is to change the data format so that another application can utilize it. Changes the format, for example, from PNG to JPG. So follow the answer to receive like notification. Okay, so there are both of these ways of how you will be able to do both of these work in Adobe Lightroom. So what is exporting in Lightroom? When exporting, you can choose a photo's file name, color space, pixel dimension, and resolution. You can save export settings as preset for reuse. In addition, you can use the Publish Service panel to export and upload JPEG photos directly from the Lightroom Classic to photo sharing websites. Well, as you can see that this is like very simple and can be done very easily with really less time. But keep that in mind, you have to stay connected to the internet and also stay connected to the account so that you can, do like saving and also exporting very easily. Okay, so first of all, as you can see that I have something like already open in my, like my photo which I already edited a while ago. So as you can see, what I'm gonna do is obviously if I cut it, it's not going to be saved. So first off, if you want to save your photo or your video, what you're going to do is obviously save it so that you don't lose that progress later on when you cut it or open up another Lightroom interface. Okay, so first off, what you're going to do is going to press Ctrl plus S. So if you press Ctrl plus S, you can see that this interface or this pop-up opens up which says save metadata to file. So for priority camera raw files, metadata will be saved to sidecar files next to the original photo. For all other file formats supported by Lightroom, JPEG, TIFF, PNG, PSD, and DNG, XMP metadata will be written into the original file. So you can just press on continue and that metadata will be saved in just an instance. Okay, so you don't have to worry about losing your data in Adobe Lightroom while you're working on it. But you have to keep that in mind. If you don't save it and you cut it, obviously it will not save any data or any progress which you did in Adobe Lightroom. So you have to save the data individually and on your own, and only then the data or the formatting will be saved. Now what I'm going to show you is going to be how you can save by going to file. Okay, by clicking on file, you can see that there is open catalog, recent catalog. As you can see, my recent catalog is RLRCat, so which is this one. Okay, so this is already open. So when I cut it, so I'm gonna go to my desktop again, I'm gonna cut it, so I want to quit, and I'm gonna open it right back again. So when I open it up back again, you will see the same type of progress will be saved in my Lightroom, and I don't have to worry about any data being lost. Okay, so it's gonna take a while for you to open up Adobe Lightroom Classic, and after a while it will directly open up, and you can see that the same type of progress which I left or where I left from will be started from there. As you can see that my photo is back up here again. But if I did not save it, obviously it would have lost all the data, and then I had to make changes on its own back again where I ended. Okay, so this is why all of the software has this type of saving and export type of tools, so that you don't lose any of your data and get frustrated later on. Well, this is a bit frustrating when you lose all of your data and then you have to do the work back again so that you can get to that progress, right? So next, what I'm going to show you is going to be formatting your photo or your video, and then later on opening it up in such a way so that you can utilize it in also other formats and also other software, such as, let's say, just photo openers, VLC, or maybe some video players. Well, all of those. And just as I told you, Adobe Photoshop or Adobe Lightroom Classic can be used for videos and photos, both of them, right? So what I'm gonna do over here, because I have a photo over here, and so I'm gonna do is save this photo in such a format so that I can open it up in a photo opening software or photo opening, tool. So I'm gonna do is save this or format this. What you're gonna do is just click on file. Then what you're going to do is just click on export. You can also do export with previous, export with preset, or export as catalog. I'm going to show it to you one by one. So first off, it's going to be just export. So I'm going to click on export. I'm going to click on desktop. It's the hard drive where you want to save it. That's going to be up to you. If you want to save it on email, if you want to save it on CD, DVD, just that's up to you too. What you're going to do is also select the presets which you like used. Then what you're going to do is save it to wherever you want. Let's say desktop, my document, user folder, video folder, picture folder. That's going to be up to you. So I'm going to do is save it on my desktop. Then I want to put it in my subfolder, so I'm going to click it in my subfolder, add this to catalog, and that will be also done. Now I'm going to do is existing files, so you select whichever one you want. Let's ask what to do. Then you can like rename the file. Okay, rename it to something like, let's say, custom name. So I'm going to name it to be something like a man, because there is a man, right? So you can use whichever case you want. Let's say I'm going to keep it uppercase, so it will be saved in upper cases. You can also keep it to be lowercase. That's going to be up to you. Well, that's like totally, optional. Then we have is the video section. If you have if you are doing a video, just click on the video and then include video file. Then you can select the format and also the quality, and nothing will be changed. Then you have is the image format, which format you want to save it as. So I'm gonna keep it as, let's say I'm gonna keep it as PNG. So I'm gonna do is sRGB, display P3, Adobe RGB, whichever one you want. I prefer using sRGB, and then bit depth should be 16 bits or 8 bits, whichever one you want. And after that, all of this is done. What I'm gonna do is going to be doing a bit different. Export location to be desktop and put in subfolder. Well, that is it. Like file name, image scaling, you can also do that. Resolution to be 240. Well, you can also do that, whichever one you want. I want to keep it as centimeter, so I'm going to keep it 94. And then output sharpening for here, let's say screen, or maybe let's say amount to be standard high, and then copyright only. Then you can also add in watermarks. Let's say I'm going to do is edit watermark. Let's say I'm going to type in LRT, which is also perfect. I'm going to keep it done. Or if you want to do some formatting over here, you can also do that. After that, just click on done, and that will be it. After we have is post processing, I'm going to click on here, and what I'm going to do is going to be do nothing. Okay, keep it like this, and after all is done, I'm going to click on export, and you will see that one file is being exported to my desktop and being saved. Okay, so that is basically it on how you will be able to save your photo or your video, and also later on see which type of file you want to export that photo or video as. Well, exporting is like very important and is also available in all of the software, just as I told you, and so that in such a way so that you can utilize it. And also Photoshop and also Lightroom has the same type of features in such a way so that you can utilize most of the projects which you do here, and also use it in other softwares or other tools. Okay, because like Adobe Lightroom and Adobe, Photoshop is like widely used for professionals worldwide. Okay, so obviously these tools are going to be available, and without these tools, obviously like a software is totally incomplete. Okay, so these are both of the methods of how you're gonna like save and export and also utilize your work or all of your project. Okay, so there are, or maybe there are also other ways of how you can do that. You can just select on here, and then what you're going to do is just, if you don't can't find it, just click on help, and then like Lightroom Classic help and Lightroom Classic tutorials are also available to be able to do both of those. Okay, then we have is something a bit different, like export with previous. You can also do that. Then you can like select the name which is over here, then you can override it, use unique names. That's going to be up to you. Then also we have is going to be export with preset. If you like edited a preset or enabled a preset or like applied a preset, you can select them and also export with preset and burn full size JPEG. Then we have is exported catalogs. If you want to save it as a catalog, you can also do that. Just type the name and then supported files, and then what you're going to do is just click on save, and that file or that photo or that video is going to be saved as a catalog. So as I've saved it, I'm going to do is minimize it and go to my desktop top, and you can see untitled folder over here, and you can see that my photo is saved as JPEG or PNG, which I saved over here. And you can also see the the preview of it because of how I edited it and also exported it. So this is like basically it on how you will be able to save and also export your work and your project in such a way so that you can utilize it to the fullest. So hope you guys like understood everything in this lesson, and thank you for watching this video and staying with us.